One second, I send you one more link. See, I sent one link in the group. Once you check it, it is first time to me. Is it coming or not? We will check it once. Did you see? Is it opening? Coming? Then better all of you join in that, no? We will see when's is it coming or not. Are you able to see me? Only screen is coming. Now, is it coming? Shall we continue there? Okay. So today's exam was good. Science only. Today it was science only. Online students, it is okay. Can you hear me? You cannot say us, right? Always. Okay, you been both, Jairam. Not here, there. Formula sheets. I'm starting from it. I'm coming from it. So if it works well, even though if you miss one class, later also you can check it. That is my. I am trying like that, so that if you miss any class also, later you can check it. Instead of again making one video, uploading it is taking very much time. So this is what about probability in this. First you have to know all the sample spaces. Yes. What I have to mute? Can you hear me now? Okay. Now there is no problem. One second. Now we will discuss first about probability. I want to tell you about all the sample spaces first. Do you remember all the sample spaces? If it is one coin, because if we know sample space, then you can select favorable outcomes and total outcomes and then probability. One coin sample space, what? HT. If it is two coins, I said to remember one. Okay, two coins is easy only, directly you can write. Heads, 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 tails, tails, heads, tails, tails. Two coins. Three coins. For three coins, I said to follow one concept. What it is? For three coins, I said to follow like this. Coin 1, coin 2, coin 3, right? And here how I said to follow? On coin 1, 4 heads continuous and 4 tails continuous. And then next coin, 2 heads, 2 tails. Again 2 heads, 2 tails. And the third coin 3, 1. Who is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is what T. 4. 1 second. H, H, T, T. Here H, T, H, T. So I said to follow like this. These are the 8 combinations. Okay. So after this, later we can write these combinations in one set bracket. You get 8 combinations. So these 3 you have to know, and here one more important what you have to know. At least means what? At least one coin. If they say what you have to select, only one. Huh? If they say at least one should be the minimum. You should not have less than 1. Okay, 1 or 1. For example, in this at least 1 means except this remaining all will come. At least 1 heads I said. At least 1 heads means except this in remaining all we have at least 1 heads. Correct? At least 2 heads. If they say at least 2 heads, minimum 2 should be there. So when minimum 2, if we say 1, wherever we have 1 or less than 1 should be removed. We should not take. So this is not there, this is not there, this is not there, and this is not there. Remaining will be there. 1, 2, 3. That is what at least 2. Ishan. Okay. At least 1 means what? Minimum 1, or you can have 1 or more than 1. At least 1. At least 2. 2 or more than 2. You should have. At least. Even when you have 2 coins also, same thing you have to follow. Then at most, for example, at most 1 or less than 1. All the outcomes in which 1 or less than 1 we have to select. 1 at most 1 head. Then this cannot be taken. At most 1 head means what? Maximum 1 only we should have. So this cannot be taken. This cannot be taken. This can be taken. This cannot be taken again. This can be taken. This can be taken. This can be taken. Understand? At most means what? Maximum 1. You should not have more than. Less than 1 you can have. At most means what? Higher boundary we are keeping. At least means what? Lower boundary we are keeping. Lower boundary less than that we should not take. At most means what? Upper boundary more than that we should not take. Keep that in mind. This is about coins. Easy only, but you be careful when you do. Then dice, one dice, sample space 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 also. No. Even numbers have, all of you, do you have idea about even numbers? 2, 4, 6. Odd numbers 1, 3, 5. Prime numbers 1 also. 2, 3, 5. Prime numbers. Composite numbers 3 will not come, no. 4 or 6 composite numbers. Then square numbers only 4, not 1. See, because of these mistakes only you lose marks. 1 is also a square number there. 1 and 4. For example, factor of 6. 1, not only 2. 1 also. 1 is also a factor. 1, 2, 3, 6. Factor of 6. Multiple of 3. Suppose multiple of 3. Multiple of 3 are what? Only 3, 6. Only 2. A number between 2 and 6. Number between 2 and 6. 2 and 6. What will come? 3, 4, 5. An even prime number. A number neither prime nor composite. Try to have idea about all the different type of numbers. Cube numbers, not only in dice. They say some cards are there on which numbers are entered from 1 to 30. Then find the probability of getting a card on which even number is there, or prime number is there, or square number is there, or cube number is there, or multiple of 5, or a 2-digit number. Did you see 2-digit number? That type of a number divisible by 5. This type of questions will come. You should select very carefully. If you select one number wrong, your answer will be wrong. Be careful about. This is about one dice or number cards on the numbers on the cards. Next one, 2 dice. How to write 2 dice sample space? Remember, how many will be there total? 36. 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6. Correct? Let us write in the brackets like this. Sample space of this is what? From 1, 1 we start. 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6. The next one will be what? 2, 1. So on I am writing. Okay. Like that, what will come at last? You have idea about what all will come in this? What all will come? All 36 will come. Now what kind of questions will come based on this? Find the probability of getting a doublet. Doublet means what? On which both the outcomes are same. It is an event on which both outcomes 2 times it is same number. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. Even doublet. Even doublet means what? That should be doublet and there should be only even number. 2, 2, 4, 4, 6, 6. Odd doublet. 1, 1, 3, 3, 5. So you already know what are even numbers, prime numbers, odd numbers. So according to that only doublet also you have to select. That is one kind. Second kind are what? An outcome on which both are odd numbers. Find the probability of getting both the outcomes are odd numbers. Then how you should select? 1, 1. What are odd numbers? You have to see first. 1, 3, 5 on the first dice. 1, 3, 5 on the second dice, like this. 1, 3, 5 on the first dice. 1, 3, 5 on the second dice. Then how it will come? 1, comma 1, 1, comma 3, 1, comma 5. 3, comma 1, 3, comma 3, 3, comma 5, comma 1, 5, comma 3, 5. How many will come? 9. You can multiply if it is objective. You can select like that, because 3 into 3, 9 outcomes will come. Total 36 outcomes. Probability is 9 by 36. 1 by 4. Like that you have to select. Even for every concept like that only. Odd numbers, prime numbers, we write 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 5. How many will come? 9 will come. Composite numbers, how many will come? 4 and 6, 2 are there, no? So here 4, 6, here 4, 6. Total how many will come? 4. 2 into 2, 4, no. 4, comma 4, 4, comma 6. 6, comma 4, 6, comma 6. Total how many will come? 4. Like that you have to select. If they ask you, both are same type of numbers. But sometimes they ask you, any one of them is even number or any one of them is odd number. Find the probability to get any one of the two outcomes is odd number. If they ask you any one of the two numbers is odd number, in all these we have one number odd number, right? 1, comma 1, 1, comma 2, 1, comma 3, 1, comma 4. In that already 1 is there in every outcome. So what is the total number of outcomes here? 6. In which any one of them is odd number. Coming to the second one, we have 2. So you will be having 2, comma 2, 2, comma 4, 2, comma 6 also. We have to remove them. Remaining how many are there? They will be outcomes in which one of them is odd number. Again, when you start with 3, how many will come? 6, because 3, comma 1, 3, comma 2, there again, and how many will come? 6 will come. Next 3. Next 6. Next total how many? 27. Actually, in another way, how can we do? Any one of them are odd numbers means what? You have to remove all the outcomes in which both are even numbers. You want any one of them odd numbers. If you select all the outcomes in which both are even numbers and remove them, remaining will be what? Any one of them is odd number. Are you getting my point? Total 36 are there. In 36, some will be any one of them odd numbers. Some will be both of them even numbers. So from total outcomes, if you remove all the outcomes in which both are even numbers, remaining all are what? Any one of them odd numbers. So you can remember this also. Whenever any one of them even number or odd number or prime number comes, it is 27. Both are odd numbers. What we got? 3 into 3. Both are outcomes we got, no. Both are odd numbers. 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 9 we got. Both are odd numbers, 9. Any one of them odd numbers, remaining 27. Remaining 27. Understand? So like that you can remember. Any one of them or both of them. This is one kind of questions. Now coming to next kind, what? Sum of outcomes is 2. Sum of outcomes is 3. Find the probability of getting sum of two outcomes is 2. We'll be having only 1 plus 1, 2. Only one favorable outcome, total are 36. Sum of two outcomes is 7. Then you start with 1, comma 6. Okay, 2, comma 5, 3, comma 4, 5, comma 4, comma 3, 5, comma 2, 6, comma. Like that, how many? 6. Did you count? The total 6 by 36. Got idea? Whenever they ask you sum of two outcomes, you write all the 36 outcomes and carefully find out. They will be there in a diagonal manner. Sum of two outcomes. So count and write. Sometimes they ask you sum of two outcomes is even number. Then again what? You have to find out what are even numbers we have. We can get sum 2 here. From 2 onwards it starts. Then 3 also we get. But 3 is not even. Again what? 4, 6, 8, 10. For all these, what are the favorable outcomes we have to get? For 2 we got only 1, comma 1. For 4 we will be having 3. 1, comma 3, 2, comma 2, 3, comma 1. Like that for each one, how many are there? Then total we have to count. Then you will get total number of favorable outcomes. Total number of favorable outcomes by total possible outcomes. Understand? This is about what? 2 dice. Okay, carefully write all the 36 and select the favorable outcomes carefully. Then you will get problems related to 2 dice. Then we have cards. Total how many cards are there? 52 cards are there. 52 cards are how many colors? 2 colors. One is red, another is black. In red how many? 26. In black how many are there? 26. Again, red color are divided into 2 types. Hearts, hearts and hearts 13. Diamonds 13. Again, black also we have spades. Here how many? These also clubs. These are also 13. So this is the classification. And what are the 13 cards we have? King, queen, jack, ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So in these, only these 3 we call face cards. King, queen, jack are face cards. If you add ace also, then we call them picture cards. If without ace, we call them face cards. In every set, how many face cards are there? Suppose if they ask you what is the probability to find out, find the probability to get face card of diamonds. Find the probability to get face card of diamonds. 3 are there. In diamond, there are 3 face cards. 3 by 52, not 13. Total you should take. From total 52, we take 1. 3 by 52. If they ask you what is the probability to get a red color face card, how many red color face cards are there? In hearts 3, diamonds 3. Total 6 face cards in red color. 6 by 52. What is the probability to get face card of black color? What is the probability to get not to get a face card? Find the probability not to get a face card. How many cards are there not face cards? Find the probability to get not a face card. How many face cards are there? Not a face card, I said. Not a face card. How many are there? 12 are there. So 12 you have to remove. Remaining 40 are there. 40 by 50. Understand? So this is about cards. Read the question carefully. Select the favorable outcomes from these cards only. You remember, in every set 1-1 card will be there. King 1-1, Queen 1-1, Jack 1-1, Ace 1-1. Even 2 number card, 10 number card, every number card also it will be 1-1. Count according to the question how many we will get. You find out favorable outcomes first and then total possible outcomes. Write the probability carefully. This is about one thing. After that we have one important concept in this. What? P of E plus P of not E is equal to 1. We call them these two complementary events. Celebrating their birthday same day, celebrating their birthday different days. Winning the game, losing the game, or not winning the game. Wherever that not it comes, or wherever the two events are such that one happens, another it will not happen. If one happens, other will not happen. If it is there like that, we can say they are complementary events. Sum of probabilities of complementary events is 1. You have to think whether it is complementary or not. If it is complementary, you can follow that concept. P of E plus P of not E is equal to 1. When you add both, you have to get 1. Okay. This is one type. Next type, one more important for objective is 0 less than or equal to P of E less than or equal to 1. What it means? Probability of any event starts from 0. End set? It can be 0 and 1 also. Including 0 and 1, any value between 0 and 1 only. Not more than 1, not less than 0. It can be less than 1, but it cannot be less than 0. You keep this in mind. These are main important points in probability. Hope all these we covered already. Probability of an event P of A is equal to what? Number of favorable outcomes by number of total possible outcomes. What is S here? S means what? Sample space. I told you it is a set of all possible outcomes. All possible outcomes, if you write in one set, that is only sample space. We have written one coin is tossed. Formula, there is a formula also. 2 power 1 it is. If one coin, 2 power 1. If two coins, 2 power 2. HH, HT, TH, TT, 2 power 2, 4. When one coin is tossed thrice, 3 coins are tossed once. Both are same. One coin only tossed 3 times, or 3 coins are tossed simultaneously at a time. In both the cases, you have to follow same concept. What concept? I told you just now, if you are unable to remember, coin 1, coin 2, coin 3, 4, 4, 2, 2, 1, 1. And here the formula is what? 2 power 3. If n coins are tossed simultaneously, formula is what? 2 power n. 2 power 1 coin 2 power 1, 2 coins 2 power 2, 3 coins 2 power 3, 5 coins 2 power 5, n coins 2 power n. Dice, single die, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, total are 6. In that, according to the question, you have to select favorable outcomes. This is what? Sample space of 2 dice at a time. We discussed just now. 1, 1 to 6, 6 total, 36 will be there. 6 power 2. 2 dice, 6 power 2. 1 dice, 6 power 1. 3 dice, 6 power 3. Like that. 6 power 3. 216 3 dice. Playing cards. Very simple information is given here. Total 52. Red color, black color 26, 26, and each suit 13 are there. How many face cards are there? 12. And this also we discussed, P of A plus P of not A is equal to 1, or P of not A is equal to 1 minus P of A. A and A naught, or A complement, that is called A complement, A bar, are called complementary events. Probability of impossible event is 0. Sometimes you have to analyze, is that impossible event? We have some examples. There are only lemon flavored candies in the bag. What is the probability to get a orange flavored candy? Because it is impossible event. What is the probability to get a 7 on the dice on which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are there? So like that, some questions, impossible events. Some sure events also will be there. So if it is sure event, probability 1. At least means what? Greater than or equal to that number, whatever it is. At most means what? Less than or equal to that number. We discussed about it just now. Difference between or and this also we did not discuss about it. For example, what is the probability to get 2 or 3? One question, 2 or 3. For example, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on, 10. We have numbers like that. What is the probability to get a multiple of 2? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. How many are there? 5 are there. 5 by, that is what? For getting multiple of 2. Multiple of 2. One more, if I ask you what is the probability to get multiple of 3? I said first one, multiple of 2. Multiple of 2. What we do in this case? We took 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And multiple of 3. 3, 6, 9. Multiple of 3. If my question is find the probability to get multiple of 2 or 3. 2 or 3. If my question is to find out the probability of getting multiple of 2 or 3, then what we have to do? You have to take all the outcomes. All the outcomes of 2 and 2 multiples we have to take, 3 multiples also we have to take. But if it is anything repeated, you should not take it. That should be removed. One time only we should take. Second time we should not take. For example, multiple of 2 we have taken 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Then when you write multiple of 3, what will come? 3 and 9, but not why? Because already it is there. That's why here we follow one formula. Whenever you want probability of A or B, first one or second one, then what you do? First we find out favorable outcomes as n of A, means first one, plus n of B, second one, both we add, minus n of A intersection B. You don't have idea about intersection, but intersection means what? Common one. How many multiples of 2 are there? 5. How many multiples of 3 are there? 3. How many common multiples are there? 1. Subtract it. So total how many we got? 7. So 7 is what here? Favorable outcomes of getting multiple of 2 or 3. So what you have to do here? All the multiples of 2, all the multiples of 3, and then subtract the common multiples one time. So when you take 2 times, when you follow this formula, you should take both the times 6. Did you understand? First time I took 5 here, in this 6 is there. Second time I took, in this also 6 is there. If you don't want any confusion, directly add them both without removing any common thing. First add them and then one time remove the common thing. N of A plus N of B minus N of A intersection B. We get favorable outcomes for both A or B. If they ask you 2 and 3, multiples of 2 and 3, in this case, what is the meaning of and? And means what? Both it should satisfy. Or means any one of them it should satisfy. And means what? Both. So only one number is there which is the multiple of both 2 and 3. What it is? 6. Only 6 will come. How many favorable outcomes now? 1 only. So what will the probability in that case? 1 by 10. In the previous case 2 or 3? 7 by 10. Got the idea about 2 or 3? 2 and that will be there in cards also sometimes. They ask you sometimes red card or face card. Find the probability of getting a red card or face card. Then what we have to do? How many red cards are there? 26 are there. How many face cards are there? 12 are there. How many red color face cards are there? That should be subtracted. What idea now? Red card or face card. Red card or face card means red cards you have to take. Face cards you have to take. Red face card should be subtracted. Red face cards are 6. Now understood how to take? How much we got? So what is the probability now? Understand? If they ask you red card and face card and red and face card, red color face card. Red and face card means what? Just red color face card. How many red color face cards will be there? 6 only. So the probability will be there, only 6 number will be there. Here 32. That is 32 by 52. This is 6 by 50. What idea about this? 2 or 3, 2 and 3. Subdivision, consider numbers divisible by 2 and the numbers divisible by 3. This is what same again. If they ask you find the probability of getting numbers divisible by 2 or numbers divisible by 3. All the numbers divisible by 2, all the numbers divisible by 3, which are divisible by both should be subtracted. Same. Whenever OR comes, first method, AND comes, second method. Separately you find out, common values you have to find out, then find out total number of favorable outcomes. Understand? Okay, this is enough in probability. And some experimental probability, like one table will be given, like statistics. In pre-final 1, I think, in pre-final 1 only, one question came. Less than these many, what is the probability? From these to this number to this number, what is the, some age it is given, and some people are given. I think that is about schools and computers. Schools and computer. Less than 200 computers, how many schools are there? You forgot that question also. Because in sample, it was there in sample paper. Okay. So you have idea about it. Everything will be given in the table, but you have to select according to the question. Favorable outcome, less than means what? Up to there, what all are there? You have to select. 20 to 30 means only 20 to 30. How many are there? You have to select. Table information will be given. From information, you have to select properly favorable outcome. That type of questions also they may come. So this is about probability. Do you remember, all of you, statistics mean formula? What is mean formula? Direct method formula mean. Good, sigma fi xi by sigma fi. Assumed mean method formula, a plus sigma fi di by sigma fi. Step deviation method formula, only in step deviation method h will come. A plus sigma fi ui by sigma fi into h. Okay, this is good. But in direct method, what all columns we will be having in the table? First, what we write? Class interval. Next, frequency. Next, xi. Next, fi xi. How do we find xi? Two. Average of class size. No, not class size. Average of that interval, or average of upper boundary and lower boundary of that class. Upper boundary plus lower boundary by. Have idea about all of you? This one, direct method. No confusion about it. Today one problem you practice. Step D, assumed mean method. What we have to do? DI also we have to find. What is DI formula? How we find DI? A plus xi. DI is equal to A plus xi. Yeah? So you forgot how we find DI. Shoaib, A minus xi. Bilal, DI. A minus xi. Next, Nandishwar.
Sir, xi minus a.
Xi minus A. Every time we select A, we subtract A every time. We select one of xi values in the middle A. That A only we subtract every time from xi. That is what xi minus. Do you want me to explain one problem? You have idea. First, what we write? Class interval. That will be given in the question. Frequency. Then xi we find. Then we select A. Then in the next column di we write. Di is what? Xi minus A. Then we subtract every time we get di values. After you are getting di values, di and fi we multiply. Fi di. Remember, still if you have confusion, today I will send you. I told you before, one video also I made. I will send you that. I don't want to waste my time here. Some other topics we will discuss. That I will send you. Watch it. Still, if you have doubts, tomorrow you ask me, because it is one very important topic for 5 marks. Statistics. One long answer type. You refer some board exam papers, previous board exam papers or sample papers. You will be having 1 5 marks question or 3 marks and 2 marks questions. Compulsory, we have statistics and probability together 11 marks. Statistics and probability together 11 marks we have. So compulsory 1 5 marks question you can expect in the board. That too, finding mean median mode, or sometimes mean median mode will be given. You have to find x and y, or f1 and f2 unknown value. We practiced that type of questions also. But still, if you don't know formula or that method, no use. From last 1 year we are doing. Now if you don't know, it will be difficult. Both I made. How to find out unknown frequency, how to find mean median mode. If you have somewhere doubt, get clarification, again practice yourself one problem at least. Each one, for each method. Tomorrow you have time. Today also you will be having time after you are going from here. So try to do it. Because I am telling you here, limited concepts you have, compulsory question will come. You should not miss this type of topics. Understand? Last time also I have seen many people, they were confident about statistics, but in exam, most of them lost marks in statistics. How? In doing mistake in simplification or writing formula wrong, or selecting median class. Remember how to select median class? This procedure also you have to know. Now this is about assumed mean method, DI, then FI DI. How to find out what is the formula? Step deviation method, remember. After DI we find UI. How we find UI? Vipra? Xi minus A by H, which is nothing but Di by H. We already got Di. All the Di values we have to divide with H, size of the class. We get UI. Generally we get UI values in single digits. 0, -1, -2, -3 up, 1, 2, 3 down. Then we multiply UI values and Fi values we multiply. All negative values, positive values. Negative values generally we get upwards, positive values downwards. Then all the negative and positive you find out, and at last sigma Fi UI we get. Once you know sigma Fi UI, we will be having A in the table. Sigma Fi UI, at last we get sigma Fi also. We get by adding all the frequencies. H we can find out size of the class by using all these, substitute in the formula. Simplify carefully, properly, you will get mean in step deviation method. Sit down. Anand, how we find model class? Model class. How do we identify which class is model class? Most repeated observation is mode. I know that is an ungrouped data. You have given table, frequency distribution table is given. In that you have to find out which class is model class, because once you know model class, then only you can identify which is F1, which is F0, which is F2, which is H. N by 2. Okay. Aditya, what is mode formula? Stand up, that is wrong. Correct. In that, do you have anywhere N by 2? Now tell me, Aditya, how do we identify model class? Don't know? Then without you are knowing how to identify model class, how we will write F1, how we will write F0, how we will write F2, how do we identify H? Difficult, no? Sohail, how do we identify model class? This is very simple. Among all the three, mean, median, mode, finding model class is simple one. Shrutika, which class is model class? Have you identified? Ishan. Class which contains highest frequency is model class. Forgot. In which class you have highest frequency, that is what? Objective type questions also sometimes they will come. Find which of the following is the lower boundary of the model class. There nothing to do. What you have to identify, what is highest frequency, in which class it is there. That class is model class and its lower boundary is L. Without you finding lower model class, you cannot find out F1, F0, F2, even L. Yes or no? Try to have idea about all these again, because I am telling you these are some simple basic concepts. Probability, statistics. Here also, if you lose your marks, you said N by 2. There is no N by 2 in mode. Sit down. Madam, stand up. Which is F1? From where we take F1? Frequency which is high, nothing but frequency of model class, that you have to say. How do you identify F1? F1 is the frequency of or highest frequency of the model class. The class which contains highest frequency is model class. Its frequency we take it as F1. How do you take F0? Above the F1, or frequency of class preceding the model class, or frequency of previous to the model class. Frequency of previous class to the model class or preceding the model class. That is what F0. In mind you remember its previous frequency. F1 if it is there, its preceding frequency will be F0. Understand? F2 how do we take? Below the F1, its succeeding frequency. Frequency of class succeeding the model class is F2. If you are able to identify model class F1, F0, F2, L, H is what? Size of the model class. Size of the model class we have, model class size we will take it as H. What is the formula to find mode? Repeat again. That's it. Into, I tell you every time when you write some formula, you write its LHS and RHS. So mode is equal to, even in exam also, you have to write some, because in some cases mode will be given. You have to find out F1 or F2 or X or Y, something you have to find out. You do not write mode in the formula, where will you substitute that mode value? Mode is equal to L plus, that you should write, and in that you have to substitute. We have given, we did that type of problems also. Mode will be given, you have to find out X and Y. I have given one chapter wise questions. In that, in all the cases, if mean is given, how to find X and Y. If median is given, how to find X and Y, I gave. Practice all those questions today and tomorrow, chapter wise. Understand? So here main important concepts: mean in 3 methods, mode, then median. Sit down. Srini, what is median formula?
L plus n by 2 minus CF by F into H.
You did not say median is equal to. Repeat.
Median is equal to L plus n by 2 minus CF by F into H.
What is n there?
L is the
Who is that? N. Total frequency, or total number of observations. How do you get total number of observations?
When we add all the
When we add all the frequencies. Frequencies means, suppose if 5 classes are there, frequency is not 5. In all the five classes, what is frequency is there? That frequency we have to add. Then we get total number of observations. How do we identify median class?
the middlemost observation.
Middlemost observation in ungrouped data. You have given class intervals.
The middlemost class interval.
Middlemost class interval will be median class. Suppose I have first class, second class, third class, fourth class, fifth class. 5 classes are given. So according to you, definitely third class will be median class. I have like 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60. Then 30 to 40 is the median class, compulsory. Middle one. This is the problem. You are failing in identifying model class, identifying median class. That is the problem. How do we identify median class? We find out n by 2. For example, you have total number of observations 100. Total after you are finding n is equal to 100 you got. Then what is n by 2? 50. Means what? Approximately we take 50th observation is the median. N by 2 is 50. So 50th observation is the median. Then we identify where this 50th observation is present in the data. 10 to 20, 20 to 30, is it there in 10 to 20, 50th observation? You have to see. If it is there like that, you have to take that only. You can take cumulative frequency or directly also 50th observation according to the frequency. For example, it is given first class frequency 10 to 20, it is given only 13. Does it lies 15, first class 10 to 20, because only 13 observation you have. 13th observation is the last observation in 10 to 20. You cannot have that 50th observation in the first class. 20 to 30. Suppose you have 10 observations. Then up to where you will be having in the 10 to 20, 20 to 30. First already you have 13 I said. Next I said 10. Up to 23 only you can have. Where? 10 to 20 to 30. 20 to 30. Suppose in the next class you have 20 observations. The next class is what? 30 to 40. In 30 to 40 you have 20 observations. Frequency is 20. Then first 13, next 10. 23, 23 plus 20.
43.
Up to where you are having 43 only you have 24 to 43. Do you have 50th observation there? No. Suppose in the next one you have 15 observations. 43 plus 15. Up to where you will be having 58. So in that class this 50th observation will be there. No. Because it is having 44 to 58. 44 to 58 it is having 50th observation is present in 40 to 50. So that class will be your median class. So you have to find out like that. You have to analyze in which class that 50th observation is present. That class will be median class, but not because it is in the middle or because it is having highest frequency. Highest frequency where you have to take? In mode. This n by 2 you have to find out and see where that value is present, where that observation is present. You have to see in which class it is there. That class will be median class. This procedure you have to follow in median. Understand? Once you know median class, what is L? I am talking about median now. What is L? How do you identify L? You know, you got the median class. For example, 40 to 50 is the median class. How do you identify L? L means what? Median. L means median class. L, what it indicates? Lower boundary of median class. If I said 40 to 50, what will be your L value there? 40. And here you should be careful. I told you sometimes there will be inclusive classes. There will be exclusive classes. If there are exclusive classes like different boundaries, 0.5 I said to decrease. If it is 39 or if it is 40, like that, if it is 40 you have to take it as 39.5. Lower boundary you have to identify, lower boundary of the median class. Sit down. How do we take F? What is the formula? Median formula is what? Again repeat.
Median is equal to L plus n by 2 minus CF by F into H.
Right. In that F I am asking you. How do you take F? F means what?
Median class frequency.
Frequency of median class. I observed some of the students, they take total frequency as F. Total frequency is what? N. And frequency of that particular median class is what? F. You have to be very careful about it. How do you take CF?
It's the cumulative frequency of preceding model class.
Preceding?
Model class. Median class.
You are finding median here. Cumulative frequency of class preceding the median class. Sit down. I observed here also some students by mistake they take the cumulative frequency of the same median class. It should be cumulative frequency of previous median class, previous to the median class. Understand? So you should be very careful about selecting these terms. First formula you have to remember, table you have to draw properly, CF also you have to find out in finding median. After that, what is L, what is N by 2, what is F, what is CF, what is H, substitute in the formula, simplify it. Okay, coming to unknown frequencies, suppose X and Y it is given. There we do not follow like this N by 2. Suppose 50 is the median, or 52 is the median. It is given that median is 52. Then you have to select class in which 52 is present, like 50 to 60. 52 will be there in, because it is 52, median is 52. Understand? But it is not, same thing you should not follow when all the frequencies are given. When all the frequencies are given, find out n by 2, see in which class that n by 2 is present. If all the frequencies are not given, if x and y is given, some 50 is given or 65 is given, if it is 65, 60 to 70 or 65, between which interval it is there, that should be taken as median class. Understand? That modal class also like that only, which is there. Mode, suppose it is given 35. 35 is between which limit, which class interval. So like that you have to take. Understand how to identify modal class? And after all these, we have one very important concept, that is what? Mode, relation between mean, median, mode, empirical relation. Mode is equal to, last time, every time they are giving one objective or short answer type. Mode is equal to 3 median minus 2 mean. You have to remember this, and by using this, whatever they give, you have to do modify. You have to modify that formula and find out according to the question. Understand? Any more doubts in this? Here, one more also. What data, sometimes it will be given. It will not be given like class interval is directly like 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, like that it will not be given. How data will be given sometimes? Less than 10. Less than 10, less than 20, less than 30, so on, like this will be given. Frequencies will be given like 8, 23, 40, like this it is given. In that case, I observed many students, they take class intervals correctly, 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30 they will take. But while they are taking frequencies, these frequencies, if you take directly 8 to 23, 40, your answer will be wrong, because these are not frequencies here. They are cumulative frequencies. You have to find out frequencies first. Once after you are getting frequencies, again you can follow that procedure, mean, median or mode, whatever they ask. But first what you have to find out, this is what? Cumulative frequency distribution table. From this you have to find out frequency distribution table. Means what? According to the classes what it is. It is according to the upper boundaries. According to classes what it is, you have to find out frequency and then follow the procedure of mean, median, mode. These are the main important areas in statistics. After going home, if you are having some confusion or doubt, work out on it. The next class try to get clarification. Otherwise again you will lose the marks. I don't want you all to lose marks from statistics this time. Over this one. This is about ungrouped data. Do you have idea about ungrouped data? Exactly, you arrange them all in ascending order. See which is in the exactly middle. Odd number of observations are there. N plus 1 by 2. Suppose 7 observations are there. 7 plus 1 by 2. 8 by 2. Fourth observation is the middle one. 4 is not median. Fourth observation is median. Understand? You have to arrange them in ascending order first. Mean, sum of observations by number of observations. Sum of observations by number of observations. That is mean. This also I did a video to learn all the formulae. Here again they are given combinations. Do you remember all of you LSA, TSA volume?
Yes, sir.
Individual solids.
Yes, sir.
But problem is what? Memory problem you have. Because you are dumping all the dust into your mind, all valuable information it is going out. Correct? Every time what you have to do, whenever time is there, again and again you have to revise this so that they will be there in the mind. In exam quickly it will come. When time comes, immediately mind will give, brain will give what is the correct formula, what you have to do, what formula you have to follow. So I want to ask you now, remember all this?
Yes, sir.
Randomly I ask. Punit, for cone, LSA, TSA, IR of R plus L. Volume, good. Vipra, cylinder,
LSA 2 pi r h.
Ah.
TSA 2 pi r r plus h.
Ah.
Volume pi r square h.
good. Understood? Not only this sample I asked 2, 3, but all those individual solids if you know, then only you can answer all the different types of problems. Nothing will be there. You can do in two ways. What if it is every time they give you combination of solids, or if it is given individual solid, directly you can find out LSA, TSA volume what they are asking. Sometimes they ask you base area, or they ask you capacity of that. Capacity means what you have to find out? Volume you have to find out. Cost of canvas cloth. Surface area we have to find, but surface area again depends which combination it is. So whenever they say surface area of combination of solid, I told you, you have to observe which area is exposing outside. You have to divide that complete figure into different parts, and what should be added you have to know. So hope all of you remember individual solid formulas. Now let us see combinations. Like this, if three cubes are attached, what happens if three cubes are attached? One cuboid will form. When three cubes are attached, one cuboid form. Do you know all of you cuboid, LSA, TSA volume? Same formula here also we have to follow. But what happened here? A, if it is the side, A plus A plus A, length will be 3 times. What will be length in that case? 3A. Breadth will be what? Height will be what? 3A, A, length is equal to 3A, breadth is equal to A, height is equal to A. Then that formula 2H into L plus B, or 2 into LB plus BH plus HL, or L into B into H, whatever they are asking, according to that you have to follow. But you have to remember length means 3 times of side of the cube. Breadth is 1 time side only. Side is exactly breadth. Height is also exactly breadth. Coming to this, what it is, you know, it is also, we call it as top, okay, or combination of cone and hemisphere. In this case, what we have to follow? CSA. You have to see which areas are exposing outside. Both the bases are going inside. Okay, if you observe carefully, only CSA of hemisphere is coming out, only CSA of cone is coming out. Correct? Only these two. CSS we have to add if you want surface area of the solid. If you want volume of the solid, volume of cone plus volume. Volume is very simple. Only in surface area you will be getting confusion. In surface area, those bases are going inside. That's why you will be having confusion. But for volume, directly you have to add both the volumes. That will be the formula. You can add individually and then add. You can find out individually and then add, or write the formulas together, take the common and then simplify. Anyway, here what? Hemisphere is attached on cube. If hemisphere is attached on cube, what happens? If you want surface area, you take TSA of cube. All 6 faces will come in that. But in the top face, what is happening? Circle we are removing. This circle is not exposing outside. That circle should be removed. What is exposing outside? CSA of hemisphere is exposing outside, and these corners. Already corners are coming because you have taken TSA. From TSA only one circle you are removing. So what? Here TSA of cube minus area of circle plus CSA of hemisphere. Surface area will be little confusion. You have to be careful which areas are being exposed outside. But volume directly, volume of cube plus volume of hemisphere. Volumes directly we can find out. Here what? If it is solid figure, what happens? Cone is there. Cone CSA will be added because base of the cone is going inside. Top of the cylinder is also going inside. So what? CSA of cone plus CSA of cylinder plus area of circle base. I said it is solid. If it is solid, area of base also we have to take. If it is tent, for example, like the tent is there, you need to find out the canvas cloth area. Do you have canvas cloth on the base also there? Canvas cloth will be there on the only the side surfaces, top and side. The top is CSA of cone, side it is cylindrical, CSA of cylinder. Only these two must be added. So you have to see question carefully whether it is solid or empty. If it is empty, no base will be there. If it is solid, base also will be there. Got it? Right. Now coming to this. Here volume is what? Volume of cone plus volume of cylinder. This one, there will be a question like find the volume of the largest cone that can be scooped out from a cube. When they say largest cone, you have to take side of the cube is equal to diameter of the cone. Side of the cube, diameter of the, even there also, side of the cube is equal to diameter of hemisphere. Here side of the cube is equal to diameter of the cone. And side of the cube is also equal to height of the cone. Side of the cube is equal to height of the cone. Side of the cube is equal to diameter of the cone. R is given. Only side of the cube will be given. From the side of the cube only you have to find out what is H, what is R. Okay. If they ask you to find out after it is removing cone, after that cone is removed, they ask you to find out volume. How do you find out? Volume of cube minus volume of cone. That's it. Because it is removed. Volume of cube minus volume. If they ask you what is the largest volume of cone that can be scooped out, in that case you have to find out only volume of cone. What is the largest volume of cone that can be, what is the volume of cone that can be scooped out from the cube? Largest cone that can be scooped out of the cube. Then what? Only volume of cone. Okay, after removing cone, if they ask you to find out the volume of remaining solid, then volume of cube minus volume of cone. Here they ask you, if they ask you surface area, what you have to do you know? Surface area, 6 faces as it is like before, 6a square, 6 faces, 6a square. Again circle area should be removed, minus pi r square. CSA of cone should be added, plus pi r l. There plus 2 pi r square, here plus pi r l. Understand? Here, this cuboid. If you want surface area of cuboid, then what you have to do? TSA of cuboid. These two circles should be removed. Minus 2 pi r square, up pi r square, down pi r square. 2 minus 2 pi r square plus 2 pi r h CSA of cylinder. Inside CSA of cylinder is there. Are you understanding? TSA of cube minus area of two circles plus 2 pi r h CSA of cylinder. You have to remember. Volume, volume of cuboid minus volume of cylinder directly. This one already we discussed. No, this is different. That is from cube. This is from cylinder. Same you have to follow. Here also diameter of the cone is equal to diameter of the cylinder. Height of the cone is equal to height of the cylinder. You know, directly we can say here, you know what? If you want volume of cylinder directly, pi r square h. Volume of cone is 1 by 3 pi r square h. If you want volume of remaining solid, pi r square h minus 1 by 3 pi r square h. R and h are common. You will get 2 by 3 pi r square h there. Volume of remaining solid is what? 2 by 3 pi r square h. Understand? Do you know one more important information? The ratio of volumes of cone and cylinder is 1:3. One time if cone is there, 3 times cylinder will be there. Volume of cylinder will be 3 times the volume of cone. When, if their bases are same, heights are same. Bases are same, heights are same, they will be, ratio will be 1:3. Understand? Okay, here what happens? Volume of, when lead shards of marbles are dropped in a cylindrical or conical vessel, the volume of the water raised or the volume of water flowing out. And what you have to take? Volume of the lead shards is equal to volume of the lead shard or volume of the marbles dropped. This is what you will be given one cylinder. Okay, you are dropping marbles inside. Then what happens? Water level will be raised. then in that case, volume of lead shots or marbles, whatever you are dropping inside, will be equal to volume of cylinder there, this cylinder. If you are dropping in the cone, volume of cone. Did you understand? So here they ask you how many number of lead shots should be dropped so that it will raise that much. Volume of cylinder by volume of lead shot. Volume of bigger solid by volume of smaller solid. If they ask you number of solids, keep that in mind. Whenever they ask you number of solids, volume of bigger solid by volume of smaller solid. Try to remember this. Area of sector, remember, theta by 360 into pi r square. Came. These formulas. Perimeter of a circle. Perimeter of a circle 2 pi r. Perimeter of a circle or circumference of a circle. Area of a circle. Area of a square. A square. A square or side square. Correct? Area of rectangle, remember? L into H also there. Rectangle. Perimeter of a rectangle 4 into side. Okay, these two are very important. Then area of sector. Theta by 360 into pi r square. Okay. Length of the arc L 2 pi r. Area of sector when length and radius is given. Length of the arc is given, radius of the circle is given. They ask you to find area of a sector. What is the formula? LR by 2. Wait for a few more minutes, it will be over. LR by 2, over. This is what area of a sector, length of the arc. Area of segment we need, very important. Area of segment. How we find area of a segment? Area of sector minus area of sector formula we know. But area of triangle according to the angle given, we have to select, I said. If angle is given 90 degrees, half into base into height, area of a triangle AOB is, if angle AOB is theta, then r square sin theta by 2 cos theta. Means what? For any angle it is. For any angle, we can follow that. What? R square sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2 can be followed for any triangle, for any angle, for any type of triangle. Okay, angle at the center is the theta there. But if it is 90 degrees, instead of doing all this, directly half into base into height, because this is base, this is height in that case. If that angle is 90 degrees, half into base into height. If that angle is 60 degrees, root 3 by 4 a square, because it will become equilateral triangle. Remember, here you should be very careful. Which case, what triangle area we have to find out? Area of triangle, area of sector, subtract them, we get area of minor segment. If you want major segment, area of circle minus area of minor segment. Okay, you have to observe the figure carefully. From which area should be subtracted. Angle made by the minute's hand in 1 minute. 6 degrees. So according to that, if they mention some time, how much angle it is making, you can find out, and then area of the region. Circles, main important concept I told you, formulas in that video, but now you need to know their proofs also. First important thing what I said, tangent is perpendicular to this proof, that proof you have to know, and that formula also you have to know. What is the formula here? If you want to find out length of the tangent, this is length, This is radius, this is distance. Formula is d square is equal to L square plus R square. Then concentric circles, chord of a bigger circle touching the smaller circle is bisected at point of contact. This formula is said. Circles 15 marks. Circles and triangles, 2 chapters only, 15 marks. You have only 2 chapters but 15 marks. Okay, weightage is high. You have to know all these theorems, proofs and their applications. Otherwise you will lose marks. I am telling you which are very important. OA, not only here or your board exam. P, you have to show PA is equal to PB, theorem. And formula, they ask you to find out length of the chord AB. This is capital R, this is small r. Then AP is equal to root of R square minus R square. If you want AB, 2 into root of R square minus R square. Length of the chord which touches a smaller circle. Chord of larger circle touching the smaller circle. This is one theorem. Next, we have this one. Prove that lengths of tangents drawn from external point to the circle are equal. Which rule, which congruence rule we use here? RHS. Remember, you have to prove PA is equal to, every time whenever you prove something, proof related or theorem, you write given information, required to prove, construction, proof, diagram. All these compulsory, they must be there in the solution. Understand? Of this we have quadrilateral circumscribing a circle is a, if it is quadrilateral circumscribing a circle, then sum of opposite sides is equal. We have to prove that AB plus CD is equal to AD plus BC. Remember how to prove? If you do not know, practice again. Same way, a parallelogram circumscribing a circle is a rhombus. Rectangle circumscribing a circle is a square. If it is a parallelogram circumscribing a circle, it will become rhombus. All sides we got equal. If it is parallelogram, we take opposite sides equal. We get all sides equal, then it is a rhombus. If rectangle circumscribing a circle, again all sides will be equal. But because it is before rectangle, it will become square. So that is one more. After that, if it is like this, I said to prove this also. Prove that opposite sides subtends supplementary angles at the center. Opposite sides subtends supplementary angles at the center. That theorem proof is also there. And after that, we have all problems related to angles. Problems related to angles at external point and at the center, they are supplementary. And if it is here, it is half of the angle at the center. If it is here, these two are supplementary again. I told you all these in that video. Once again, check it. All the angles related. Next, we have like this also, angle at the center. Like this, if you have, we have one proof also. Like this, we join. This angle is half of this. Remember, O, A, B, P. If you take APB or OAB is half of APB. This, if it is, this is X. This will be X by 2. Okay. This is Y. This will be Y. And one more, X plus Y is equal to, understand? No. This is X. This is, what is this? X by 2. I am telling you example. This will be Y by 2. You know what will be this? This is Y, no? Y by 2. Half. Understand? And what is this? 90 degrees. All these relations so that any type of problem related to angles you can solve. Angle in a semicircle is how much? Angle in a semicircle is 180 degrees or 90 degrees? 90 degrees. Angle in a semicircle means not at the center, not here. Angle in a semicircle means angle made by that diameter at any point on the arc, semi-arc. This angle is semicircle. The semi angle in a semicircle. That angle is right angle. Remember it. So this is about circles, some important points, theorems you need to learn. After circles, what we have? Applications of trigonometry. These we will discuss tomorrow. Applications of trigonometry because we are at end. Okay, applications of trigonometry and algebra. Tomorrow we will discuss. In in triangles, what you have to prepare? Basic proportionality theorem, proof. Again, write it and check it yourself whether you got it or not. What? Converse of basic proportionality theorem and their proofs. Similarity criterions. In which case, which similarity criterion we can use and how can we say they two are similar. After you are showing similar, which corresponding side should be taken to know unknown value. There also some questions I have given in the chapter wise, 10 questions I give. This time at least those 10 questions you try to be perfect. After that you go for other problems. Again from tomorrow, once after exams are completed, then we will discuss again some more different questions from triangles also. Next, coordinate geometry, remember. First formula is what? Distance formula, wherever they ask you to show collinear, you can use. They ask you to equilateral triangle, they ask you to show rectangle, square. In all these cases, you have to find out distance and then check whether it is satisfying that condition. According to the question, that condition is satisfied or not. Is it forming isosceles right angle triangle or equilateral triangle or isosceles triangle or square, rectangle, all these. According to the rectangle condition, is it satisfying or not? According to the collinear condition, it is satisfying or not. All these conditions also you have to know. In which case we call it square, in which case we call it rectangle, in which case we call it parallelogram. Understand? Distance formula. Other than that, distance formula related what? A point on x-axis is equidistant from other 2 points. A point P, find a point P which is equidistant from A and B. Then what you have to take? PA is equal to PB, but not midpoint formula. PA is equal to PB. Then we do squaring on both the sides. Then we have to simplify, we get x value. Similarly, y-axis also. Find a point on y-axis which is equidistant from other 2 points. Then what you have to take? 0, y. Then again PA is equal to PB. Distance formula. So here also we have to use distance formula. Whenever they ask you to find out a point which is equidistant from, or the relation when it is equidistant from, then what? Distance formula you have to use. Here the problem is what? In which case, which formula you have to use, you have to know. If they mention equidistant, distance formula. Sometimes distance will be given and one coordinate will not be given. X, 2, 3, 5. Distance is 10 units. Find the value of x. There also distance formula. In all these cases, we have to use distance formula. They ask you to find out radius. They ask you to find out diameter. In all these cases also, you have to find out distance. You have to use distance formula. Next important formula we have section formula. Where we use section formula? Ratio will be given, 2 points will be given. Okay, you have to use section formula and find out whatever they are asking. Sometimes ratio will be given, they ask you to find point. Sometimes point will be given, they ask you to find ratio. Ratio k is to 1, we have to take substitute and equal to point. Sometimes they ask you in what ratio x-axis divides. You should take point as x, on x-axis. In what ratio x-axis divides? X, 0. m1 y2 plus m2 y1 by m1 plus m2 should be equated to 0. because it is x comma 0. In what ratio y-axis divides? 0 comma y. In that case, what? m1 x2 plus m2 x1 by m1 plus m2 should be equal to 0. We get ratio. Understand? K is to 1. We have to take and then equate to that coordinate x or y. Sometimes center will be given, one end of the diameter will be given. We have to find another end. Midpoint form. Center will be given, one end will be given, another end they ask you to find. Midpoint form. They ask you to find out one end of the parallelogram. 3 points will be given. They ask you to find fourth point. Midpoint of AC is equal to midpoint of BD. They ask you to find out points of trisection. Section formula 1 is to 2 one time, 2 is to 1 one. They ask you to find out 4 equal parts. Find the points which divide into 4 equal parts. You can take either section formula or midpoint formula. Section formula 1 is to 3, 2 is to 2, 3 is to 1. If you use midpoint formula for first 2 you have to find midpoint, we get midpoint, and the first one which you got result, for those you have to find out again midpoint. Last one again Q in middle one, midpoint again, we get one more. So like that 4 equal parts. Hope in which case which formula should be used, how to simplify, be careful about it. Coordinate, geometry. Arithmetic progressions you remember? What is AN formula? A plus n minus 1 into d. Whenever they ask you to find out which term of the progression, which formula? AN formula. But what we need to find out? N. Which term of the progression is 0? Which term of the progression is 20? Which term of the progression is 250? A will be given, D will be given, AN will be given. You should find out N. How many terms are there? It is given last term. It is given last term, and how many terms are there? How many terms are there in the progression A, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 10, 20, 30, 40, so on 100? How many terms are there? There 100 is last term. If question is 2, 4, 6, 8, to get some 100, how many terms are required? Then there that 100 should be taken SN. If total it is given 100, that 100 should be taken it as SN, and SN formula you have to use. Okay. If that 100 is the last term, you should take that 100 as AN, then A plus n minus 1 into D formula you have to use. And sometimes information will be given, situation, case study. There also you should be very careful. Last time also I have seen some of you where they asked you to find out SN, they did AN. You should be very careful. Where you have to find out SN, where the total comes. Last term, which term, in all these cases AN formula only we have to use. Clear about it? We all remember how to use these all. What is A10 formula directly? A plus 9D. SN formula?
SN is equal to n by 2, 200 plus
N by 2 into. Sit down. Another formula for SN.
n by 2 into n.
That's it. N by 2 into AN. This is why every formula should be there in the mind. Sit down. Another formula for SN. A plus n. Correct. Sit down. How to know? Sum of 3 terms is given. You know what to follow? A minus D, A plus D. Sum of 3 terms are given. They ask you to find middle term or some other information. Whenever they give sum of 3 terms, you take A minus D, A plus D and simplify. You will get directly A there. If you substitute A, we get D also. Sometimes 2 terms will be given. When 2 terms are given, you should do elimination method or solve 2 equations. From first term we get 1 equation, from second term we get another equation. Both the equations we have to solve. We get A and D. Once you know A and D, whatever they ask, we can find out. Understand? Discriminant. B square minus 4AC. When roots are real and distinct. 4AC is greater than 0. Roots are real and equal. B square minus 4AC is equal to 0. When roots are not real, B square minus 4AC is less than 0. And here I told you already, formula method, factorization method. Other than this, how to frame equation. Information will be given, you have to form equation. In that especially 2-digit number related, age related, speed, distance, time related, time and work related, cost related. Once again, practice how to write equation. Motorboat related, train related, all these are comes under speed, distance, time only. Understand? Right. Pair of linear equations. When two lines are intersecting, A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2. When two lines are parallel, if two lines are intersecting, how many common solutions will be there? One common solution. What system of equations it is? Consistent, independent. Consistent, independent. If two lines are parallel, how many common solutions are there? No common solution. What type of system it is? Inconsistent system. What is the third case? Coincidence. What is the condition? How many solutions? System. Consistent, dependent. Dependent. Here also, graph how to draw, elimination method how to solve, substitution method how to use, how to frame equations. All these you have to know. Here also age related, 2-digit number related, fraction related, numerator increased, denominator decreased. This type, all these type. Speed, distance, time related here also. Okay. Coming to polynomials. Sum of zeros. Alpha plus beta is minus b by a. Product of zeros. Alpha into beta is equal to c by a. How do you find a polynomial if zeros are given? K of x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha into beta. Be careful while you are writing that formula. First minus and then plus it will be. If directly sum of zeros and product of zeros are given, you should substitute directly. If only zeros are given, first you find out polynomial, and then first you find out sum and product and then substitute. Sometimes after you are finding polynomial, they ask you to find zeros. I gave sum of zeros and product of zeros. I did not give you zeros. I gave you only sum of zeros and product of zeros. By using this, do we get polynomial? Sum of zeros and product of zeros I gave. You can find out polynomial. After you are finding polynomial, I am asking you to find zeros again. Once you know polynomial, by splitting the middle term, you can find out zeros also again. Understand? So you should read question completely till where they are asked, and then you have to solve polynomials. And in this, I told you how to solve alpha plus beta, alpha into beta, 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta, alpha square plus beta square, 1 by alpha square plus 1 by beta square, algebraic identities. Like if you know a plus b whole square what it is, a plus b whole cube what it is, you can answer this type of questions. Clear? Do you all remember how to prove 2 plus root 3 irrational?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Only root 3 irrational?
Yes, sir.
Let us assume
Yes, sir.
root 3 is irrational number. It can be expressed. I want complete solution to be written. Given, and then solution at last, conclusion also. Everything. Short form you should not write. Check whether 12 power n end with the digit 0 or not. 6 power n end with the digit 0 or not. Show that given number is composite number or not. Check whether it is composite number or not. 2 into 3 into 5 into 7 plus 5 into 7. Whether it is composite number or not. Next, find the LCM and HCF by prime factorization method. Verify the relation between LCM and HCF and two numbers. That is LCM into HCF is equal to product of two numbers. That you have to verify. All these are okay? Done. So today you do one thing after going home. Whatever, first you try to complete that worksheet which I have given. In that worksheet, no need to do every problem. Which the problem which you know very well, that you are very confident, tick them. And if you feel some problems that you don't know, write it, do it once, check it. If you do not get, again practice it. One more time you write it till you get it. You have to write. And I want everybody to know every formula. Okay, na? In tomorrow's class we will discuss how to present paper, how to maintain the time. All these we will discuss in tomorrow's class. Now we have today time, tomorrow time. Utilize properly. Point to point everything you try to know from your textbook. Okay, you can do one thing. What, when you are starting one chapter, go to NCERT textbook, see all the textbook problems, how they are you okay or not, example problems also. If you are okay there, then come to that worksheet. If that is also completed, then go to the next chapter. You should not waste your time at this time. How many more number of problems you refer, those many more ideas you get in the exam quickly. This problem in this way I have to do. If you waste time now, tomorrow it will be difficult. Understand? Right, enough. Once, okay, time it is there, more 5 minutes. You can revise yourself formulas. After 5 minutes, I will allow you to do. Okay? Right.
When midpoint and centroid is given, find the vertices and branching.
What? Was it okay? Did you hear me before?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Voice was clear.
Yes, sir.
Next time onwards, we will follow it. That was better or Google Meet was better?
Sir, that was better.
Clear, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, that was clear.
Okay. Once you revise formulas, tomorrow practice all the problems. In the tomorrow evening session, again, if you have any doubts, you let me know. This is formula sheet. This is already there in the group. If you want again today, I will send. This is not there. Okay, this I will send again. In school group, I sent that no material PDF. Chapter is all the. Yes, ma'am. I told you. First, if it is given like this and they ask you to find out what this is. Midpoint is given here. You have to join this actually. EF. You join EF, what happens? This EF, B, D, F. You become a parallelogram. What they are asking here, centroid.
For this question, you're saying to find the length of the median.
Length of the median.
In what question you give
Midpoints will be given. You have to find out vertices. In that case, you have to join two midpoints, E and F.
E and F.
Then that F should be joined to D also. Then that will become a parallelogram. After that, draw the diagonals. You can find the midpoint of these two. Then you will get the midpoint here. Already you know this. By using these two, you can find out this. Once you know one vertex, by using midpoint formula only, remaining all you can find out. No, understood what to do.
Using centroid formula or finds
Centroid only when you know vertices you can find out centroid.
Select 1, comma 1. What are odd numbers you have to see first? 1, 3, 5 on the first place. 1, 3, 5 on the second place. 1, 3, 5 on the first place. 1, 3, 5 on the second place. Probability of 1, comma 1, 1, comma 3, 3, comma 1, 3, comma 3, 3, 5, comma 1, 5, comma 3, 5. You can multiply these objects. 359 out of 36 outcomes. Probability is 9 by 36. 1 by 4. Like that you have to say. Even for every concept like that, odd numbers, prime numbers, we get 0, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 5. How many will come? 9 will come. Composite numbers, how many will come? 4 and 6, 2 are there. So here 4, 6, here 4, 6. But how many will come? 4, comma 4, 4, comma 6. 6, comma 4, 6, comma 6. But how many will come? 4. Like that you have to select. If they ask you, both are same type of things. Sometimes they ask you, we have written 1 coin is cost. Formula, there is a formula also. 2 power 1 it is. 1 coin, 2 coins, 2 power.
Okay, you can leave today. Practice at home. Some are getting sleep deeply. They are controlling. They did a lot of hard work in the class. They are getting sleep now. Habituated to sleep. I don't know. Tomorrow onwards, during You know that preparatory holidays will be there, no? 8 hours, 9 hours they sleep, afternoon 1 hour, 2 hours they study. Started enjoying. Full. Morning early they are meeting. Go. That is what, in that way only result also will come after exam. Now you have to do work after the exam. When paper comes, array, have to do little more better. What is the use if you think at that time? Shall we keep it like that only, or shall I delete it? It is there in the YouTube like that only. But it will not be a problem, no, later.
One coin is tossed twice, two coins are tossed once. Both are same. One coin only tossed 3 times, or 3 coins are tossed simultaneously at a time. In both the cases, you have to follow same concept. What concept? I told you just now. If you are unable to remember, coin 1, coin 2, coin 3, 4, 4, 2, 2, 1, 1. And here the formula is what? 2 power 3. If n coins are tossed simultaneously, formula is what? 2 power n. 2 power 1 coin, 2 power 1. 2 coins, 2 power 3 coins, 2 power 2. 5 coins, 2 power 2. Our average of upper quadrant and lower quadrant that class. Upper quadrant plus lower quadrant by. Have idea about all of this one. Direct method. No confusion about it. Today one problem you practice. Step D, assuming in method what we have, DA also we have to find. What is DA formula? How we find DA? A plus xi. DI is equal to A plus xi. Yeah? So we forgot how we find DA. So if A minus xi. Bilal, DA. A minus xi. Next, Nanishwar. Xi minus A. Every time we select A, we subtract A we select one of xi values in the middle A. That A only we subtract every time from xi. That is what xi minus. You can we take it as in which fifth term. Next, what ratio y? Solution at last, conclusion also. Everything. Short form you should work.